I think that we have differing stories, right, Sid?
Yeah,
But,
they're a little bit different.
My story is that we needed a name, and we were brainstorming the night before and couldn't think of anything. And my last name's Parks, so that kind of played into it. But
Okay.
I walked out of class at BYU and looked up at the mountains, and I was like, the National Parks, that's a perfect band name. Right, Sid?
Wrong. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, we were hanging out the night before at his apartment, and I was just, saying a bunch of names. We were trying to think of a better name. And I'm like, what about this? What about this? What about the national parks? You sing about nature, it's your last name, all these reasons. And he's like, maybe, I don't know. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I went home. He called me the next day, and he says, like, I have the perfect name. And then I'm like, no, I totally planted that idea in your head. Whatever the story is, it was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Well, honestly, I joined the band like 4 years in, but I probably came up with the name too. So.
Hey, we're the National Parks, and you're watching the Buzz Artist Spotlight.
There's an hourglass sitting on my table, I'm watching as everything's changing, my mind goes to a different time. Old love, I remember falling so madly. There must have been magic in the valley and a rhythm in the night. 'Cause I could almost see it. Did you fade right out of view? If it takes time, if it takes time to get to you, I'll get to you. If it takes time.
Like, I started doing singer-songwriter stuff from the beginning, and I kind of fell in love with more of the folky side of the singer-songwriter world. But then as I started writing a ton and started listening to more music, I just kind of fell in love with other sounds, and Coldplay was a big inspiration, and so was Bon Iver, and they're both very different types of artists and bands. And I think somehow that all kind of morphed into the sound we have now. It's like that folk roots, but that we have those big songs and those interesting songs too. So
and even like electronic beats going on with violin, and there's just a lot of different things going on.
I just remember when we started out, I wasn't necessarily gonna sing, and I was just gonna play piano, and I'd always wanted to be in a band. But then I had always heard harmonies, and so I asked Brady, and I don't know, I would sing to his voice, and I just felt like our voices matched really well, and I just asked him, and then he slowly started to bring me more into the songs, and I don't know, yeah. And kind of like we solidified our different parts and like our roles of the band, I guess, the band sound.
From the very start, we knew we wanted to do an album, and ever since then we've done albums. So that's kind of where we're at. We've released a few standalone singles, but mostly, yeah, we feel like the songs kind of deserve that home that an album can bring.
There's something in the air, I sense it, like the wind has changed directions. I can hear the storm, it's rumbling, sounds like a freight train coming.
Oh, it's a current, electric, a fire, magnetic, the city streets at night. An eruption, explosion, an earthquake, commotion, a gamma ray burst of light.
I can feel it.
Oh, it's like the stars align.
Once the album was done being written, I was like, I think I'm gonna just kind of take a mental break for a minute. And so now I'm starting to get the itch again to write and to create music. So we'll see what happens now. But yeah, I haven't done too much writing during this quarantine.
Something that I've realized for us as a band is it has been more stressful because we've kind of had to change some of our plans, but I think that we've grown closer socially distanced, of course, but we've grown closer as a band because we've had more brainstorming meetings, or we've had to like think of new ways to reach fans. And I don't know, it's been challenging, but we've definitely grown through this, I think.
Yeah, I'd say it's been stressful but innovative, which has been helpful.
It takes time, if it takes time to get to you, I'll get to you. If it takes time, if it takes time to get to you.
Time was, I think it was the first song we decided to take to the studio. It was like, we had written a bunch of songs, and up to that point, Time was the one that stuck out, like, we have to record this one. And I feel like it was just fitting for where we were at the time as a band, and kind of came out at a perfect time too during all of this craziness. Really, it's a song about hope and patience and knowing that you're able to get to the places in life that you want to get to, even if it just takes time and faith and hard work. So that one was kind of the song that I think shaped the rest of the album stylistically, production-wise, and we were able to experiment with electronic beats and with cool string things and with vocoder and with banjo and put it all together in this world of what Time became. So it definitely shaped a lot of the album for sure.
Yeah, we have another single coming out pretty soon. It's called Waiting for Lightning. It's actually next Friday is when it drops. And we did have different plans for even the album release before COVID happened. So we've kind of had to reshape our plans as far as releases go. But I think it's for the best what's happening as far as like how we're releasing it, and we're excited for the next step to come out. Follow us on Instagram, we're on YouTube, all the things, we're there.
At the National Parks Band.
We're the National Parks, and you've just been buzzed.